Hello again YouTube, and welcome back to Just Get a Tesla. And today I'm about to camp in my Tesla Model Y. No, not here in Thurso at a beach parking site, but as I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to set the car up now and show you how it's all going to work. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is to pull all of my debris out of here. And to be honest, it has been a bit busy today, so I've just been flinging things in. But what I am going to do is basically have a bit of reorganization, make some more room, and then we'll get the bedding out. So I've dumped a few things temporarily out of the way, because what we need to do is to go under the floor with my nice 3W mat. That needs a bit of a shunt, doesn't it? So it actually pulls out of the way. So I've got several things in here. First of all, we've got the sleeping bag. We have got a nice rolled up mat, and then we've got the actual mattress itself, which, yeah, okay. I need an extra hand. Hang on a second. Okay, so I've got this mattress from ts.la, I believe it is, and what we're going to do is to basically give it a push all the way down into there, unfold it, and then we're going to stick some air into it. Now, this is the kind of design where it is actually supposed to effectively inflate itself, and we're going to find out how well it does that, because in testing it does okay. Now, the other issue, of course, that I've got is because I have got a fridge, this mattress doesn't quite fit into the holes where you might want it to, which is a minor problem, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me stick the camera up onto the mount over there, and then I'm going to have a fiddle around. Okay. So all I've done at the moment is basically just chuck a load of stuff into the back. The mattress is now down, the pillow and other things need sorting out, but we'll go and do those when we actually get to where I'm going to be camping, where I'm going to set off in a couple of minutes or so. But I just thought I'd save a little bit of time, so let's go there. Okay, I am here at a rather empty car park here at Strathy. I've just been down onto the beach, which is completely empty, and had a walk as the sun went down. What we're going to do now is to set the Model Y up so that I can sleep in it properly, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to install a product from this week's video sponsor, Jawa. They make a roof shade which is going to be very useful. So Jawa supply their roof shades in this neat little bag which can be stored under the boot floor at the back. Yes, in that compartment that you have no other use for. Genuinely, this fits inside it. Now, I'm going to open this up because, believe me, it's practically impossible to do one-handed, and you get these two pieces that are basically butterfly folded. So what you then have to do is to fit a load of little clips which go up here. It's really quite dark now, so I hope you can actually see these. Yeah, so a whole load of clips, and basically we are going to put the shades into place, and that is going to cover the roof. I probably don't need it tonight, but I might do in the morning depending on how sunny it gets. So let's show you the roof without them, and then I'm going to put some video in of me fitting them on a previous trip. So I've put this end in already. You want the black side down and the silver side up, and basically spin the thing around. Again, this is much easier to do when I'm not already lying in the car, and then we're going to clip it onto these ones at the back. And that is pretty much in. So it is suddenly much darker so dark that the camera can't actually focus, but it's so much darker in there than it was otherwise, and that's going to help. And now that we've done that, I'm going to get my sleeping bag out of here. Pillow is already in place. There is absolutely, as you can see, bags of room, and with the double combination of the mattress and also this exercise mat, it's really quite comfortable, or at least I hope it's going to be. So now that we are parked up, what are we going to do? Well, let's show you the different ways that you can actually have the car working. So obviously climate controls are down here, but there is a specific camp mode that you can go into. So camp mode basically will keep the car set at 20 degrees. Okay, so it's going to keep blowing air out at me. Now, as it is, it's 18 degrees. So I'm not entirely sure that I'm really going to need much camp mode on. So I'm actually going to turn the thing back off again, but it is something that we can do when we get to it. What I would also suggest is that as your key is your phone, that when you're inside the car and you want the thing locking, manually lock the car. What are we going to do? Well, I can, if I actually have signal, sit and watch something like, well, YouTube. So let's go into theatre. Let's go into YouTube. I honestly don't know whether I'm going to have a phone signal in here or not, but I absolutely do. So if we want to say watch my latest video on Just Get a Tesla, then we can do so. Which was my latest video? Was it that one? No, that was 4 days ago, 9 days ago. I've had a more recent video than that. Go to my channel, videos. There we go.
Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Just Get a Tesla.
Oh, turn him off. He's awful. Don't want to watch him. Anyway, I can sit here and I can watch Netflix, I can watch Disney, I can watch Amazon, I can watch YouTube. I've got a whole load of different options. We also, if we really wanted to, can go into arcade and we can start playing games. And there are all kinds of games that we can play in here. Some of them you need a controller for. And the good news here is if I have a reach into the bottom, I have got my light on. Thank you. I've got my old Google Stadia controller, which is no use to anybody at all. But if you plug a cable into it, into the glove box, then you can sit here and play Beach Buggy Racing 2, which I might do in a little while. But I think actually what I need to do is, and this is going to sound really, really, really meta, I need to download the rushes from today's shooting onto my laptop. Yep, I know. The work never stops when you're a busy YouTuber. So what am I doing so far this evening on camping? As I said, I've downloaded videos, I've started editing, I've got the Beatles Get Back playing on Disney Plus. It is really rather dark out there now. You can't exactly see a lot of anything because, yeah, I am in the middle of absolute nowhere. But this is good. I'm sat in the front of the car and there's bags of space in the back. And again, the lights are off. So this is absolutely fine. I'm even comfortable in the car with these fantastic 3W mats, which are really nice under my bare feet. It's about 10:30. I've spent a while doing some editing and now I'm basically sprawled out. Not sure whether you can see in my sleeping bag. I've got absolutely bags of room in here. So I haven't put camp mode on because quite frankly, it's warm enough not to need it. We've got 71% in the battery. Be interesting to see how much we've got in the morning. I suspect we're not going to lose a huge amount. So I'll see you then. Morning. It's 6:20. Like that. Woke up, I don't know, 5 minutes back, something like that. It's actually been okay in here. It takes a little bit of getting used to just because, well, I don't really do camping, if I'm brutally honest. But yeah, it's been, I mean, I think it's been quite cold overnight. Because at one point I did wake up and think, am I cold? But I've not had camp mode running just because it's not been, I mean, it's been, I think, 11 degrees, 12 degrees overnight. And I just thought, it's fine. It's not dramatically bad. So let's just leave it. Let's just leave it off. So as far as space in here is concerned, I wouldn't say there's like masses and masses and masses of space, but there's enough. I think part of the issue is that I'm not going quite all the way forward, but you have got this kind of gap that if you're buying a mattress or you're looking at something that's going to extend onto that, you kind of want one that's got legs, because the gap between where the seats fold down and the front seats is just this hole, right? And I've seen a couple of people talking about trying to find solutions for this. So in the end, I've just ended up restricting myself down to the lower space in the car. But that's fine, because I tend to sleep kind of curled up a little bit anyway, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. But yeah, it's been okay. And of course, the nice thing about camping is that you open the boot and yeah, you've got the outside world. And again, there is absolutely nobody else here, which is kind of cool. Right, now I've woken up a little bit, let's have some breakfast. So I don't have any coffee to go with my croissant, but we'll go and find some coffee a bit later on. But yeah, it's been an interesting experiment, and there is literally nobody about. So I've just gone for a meander down to the beach and took a couple of pictures, and again, I am the only person there. And this, I think, is what camping can do for you. It gets you into the literal outdoors where nobody else is. Yeah, so that's the advantage. Anyway, I've got to eat this. Starting to put everything away now, so sleeping bag in there. This is literally just an exercise mat, which we're going to unceremoniously dump on the floor while we try and sort this inflatable mattress out. This is going to be a wee bit trickier, because trying to get all of the air in and out of this is quite difficult. So I think I'm going to basically, fold it, and then, yeah, you can hear air starting to come out of it. So it's kind of a weird design, this. It's got these caps where it says that if you open them, it fills itself with air. Well, I find myself having to blow and top a load more air in, because, quite frankly, it's not putting anywhere near enough air into it. And you can see here, it's not deflating itself. So it's going to need a fair bit of squashing, where I'm going to basically lie on it and hear hissing sounds behind me. Not from me. Other than that, though, this has been a fun experience. Although I do wonder how long it's going to take me to wiggle around and get all of the air out of this mattress. So give me a second. Yeah, that seems to be doing it. I'm not sure if you can hear the hissing noises when I lean, but they are there. What's my fridge doing? Oi, just stay there. Good thing to have when you're camping, a fridge. And once it's at temperature, it's not really making loads of noise and switching itself on and off again, which again, really good. This has got to get a lot more compact than it is. A lot more. So I'm just going to keep squishing it until hopefully it gets a bit smaller. I think that will do. So we need to take all of the food and snacks and other things out of there. for the time being, because this has got to go in its place. Everything pulled out of there. In fact, let's just take the whole thing off for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of the sand from my bit of beach walking earlier on, and then we're going to shove this and this back under here. Right, all neatly packed away under there, and that is what I like about this. There is actually a bag for the mattress, but yeah, I can't be bothered trying to squeeze it back into that, and it is a horrible squeeze with like straps and everything. I mean, let's not bother with that. This is neatly put away. What I do need to do is to tidy the rest of the car up. So I think the first thing we're going to do is just take the snack bag out of the way there for a second, and then we're going to pull this 3W mat off and give it a shake, because again it's got bits of sand on it. And the nice thing about rubber mats, in this case, just give them a bit of a rub and it comes off. And because these mats are actually in good condition, it means that they are not going to warp when I mess with them. So if you want to get your own set of Jawa roof shades, then use the referral link below for a handy discount. Genuinely, they're a good product, and I do tell you if something isn't a good product. You've seen a couple of those things on my channel. These are really good. Check the link below. And that's the car back into car mode and me ready to go. So how would I summarize camping in the Tesla Model Y? It's very doable, but there is some compromise to it. So the seats don't fold completely flat. They certainly fold down, but there is a little bit of a lip and a upwards thing, which you might find a little bit odd. I certainly did for the first little bit until I got used to it and fell asleep properly. I think two people would definitely be fine in there. Again, a bit of a squish maybe, depends on how big you are. I'm 5'10", and it was fine. But then again, I really would recommend getting a mattress that extends over the back of the back seat with some kind of leg. I have seen something like that on the market. That would definitely be an improvement if I was doing it next time. And quite frankly, I think there might have to be a next time. So if you want to see that next time and you want to follow me on my North Coast 500 adventures, then don't forget to hit the notifications bell and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you back here very soon on Just Get a Tesla.